Fantastic Mr. Fox by Roald Dahl, illustrations by Quentin Blake. Chapter 16, The Woman. "Quick!" said Mr. Fox. "Hide!" He and Badger and the smallest fox jumped onto a shelf and crouched behind the row of big cider jars. Peering round the jars, they saw a huge woman coming down into the cellar. At the foot of the steps, the woman paused, looked right and left. She turned and headed straight for the place where Mr. Fox and Badger and the smallest fox were hiding. She stopped in front of them. The only thing between her and them was a row of cider jars. She was so close Mr. Fox could hear the sound of her breathing. Peeping through the crack between the two bottles, he noticed that she carried a big rolling pin in one hand. What do you want this time, Mrs. Bean?" the woman shouted. And from the top of the steps, the other voice called back, "Bring up 2 or 3 jars." "Drink 4, yesterday, Mrs. Bean?" "Yes, but you won't order that many a day, because he's not going to be up there much more than a few hours longer. He says the fox is planning to make a run for it this morning. We can't possibly stay down that hole another day without food." The woman in the cellar reached out and lifted the jar of cider from the shelf. The jar she took was next but one to the jar behind which Mr. Fox was crouching. "You'll be glad when the rotten brute is killed and strung out in front of the porch," she called out. "And by the way, Mrs. Bean, your husband promised I could have the tail as a souvenir." "Tail's been shot to pieces," said the voice from upstairs. "You know that?" "You mean it's ruined?" "Of course it's ruined. They shot tail, Miss Fox." "Oh, heck," said the big woman. "I did so want that tail." "You can have the head instead, Mabel. You can get it stuffed and hang in your bedroom wall. Now hurry up with that cider." "Yes, ma'am, I'm coming," said the big woman. She took a second jar from the shelf. "If she takes one more, she'll see us," thought Mr. Fox. He could feel the smallest fox's body pressed tightly against his own, quivering with excitement. "2 will be enough, Mrs. Bean, or shall I take 3? "My goodness, Mabel, I don't care as long as you get a move on." "2 it is," said the huge woman, speaking to herself now. "He drinks too much anyway." Carrying a jar in each hand, with the rolling pin tucked under one arm, she walked away across the cellar. At the foot of the steps, she paused, looking around, sniffing the air. "There's rats down here again, Mrs. Bean. I can smell them. And poison them, woman, poison them. You know where the poison's kept." "Yes, ma'am," Mabel said. She climbed slowly out of sight up the steps. The door slammed. "Quick!" said Mr. Fox. "Grab a jar each and run for it." Rats stood high on his shelf in the street. "What did I tell you? You again got nabbed, didn't you? You nearly gave the game away. You keep out of here from now on. I don't want you around. This is my place." "You," said Mr. Fox, "are going to be poisoned." "Poppycock," said the rat. "I sit up here and see her putting the stuff down. She'll never get me." Mr. Fox and Badger and the smallest fox ran across the cellar, clutching a gallon jar each. "Goodbye, rat," they called as they disappeared through the hole in the wall. "Thanks for the lovely cider." "Thieves!" shrieked Rat. "Robbers! Bandits! Burglars!"